Is it High School Musical 1 starring Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, and I don't remember the name of the guy who wears the weird hat, Corbin Blue, etc.? Because ladies and gentlemen, this is the start of something new. I think only Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron sung that song. It's been about 15 years since I've seen the film. It is a piece of cinematic history, by the way. Hello and welcome to a new series. Or at least the start of a new series. This is kind of like, I don't want to compare it to Phantom Menace, but we'll call this a little prequel to maybe an upcoming series. You may notice it does not involve Blue Diamond Almonds, nor does it involve Creative Cloud, which I would like to never think about using ever again. It involves the rest of the things on this page, aka chess. Chess making a little bit of a resurgence on YouTube and Twitch right now. I've been watching some content myself about chess, and we've been talking a little bit in the back channels about maybe bringing chess to the mandem in some way and set up some sort of healthy competition similar to how we did with Isaac. Here's the thing about me and chess. I have not played this game since 7th grade. A couple of years, maybe like 10 plus. So I'm a little rusty. We're going to take a couple, maybe do an episode or two to de-rust before we kind of get into an actual series of playing some games against people online, trying to climb the ladder, boosting our ELO, etc. So I know this is a little bit baby mode. We're going to do, at least today, maybe we'll only do one episode of this. I'm scared to jump straight into the deep end. It's like I know once you learn to swim, you never forget. I'm not a very good swimmer, but sometimes you want a little warm up beforehand. So I think what we're going to do, eventually we'll start playing people online, absolutely crushing their hopes and dreams, etc. Because I started myself on beginner level and I'm hoping that allows us to, coast for a little bit. We're going to do some of these right here, which are solving chess puzzles for fun and learning. I believe what this does is it will present you with a board and it'll tell you which pieces you're playing as, and your goal is to determine the best or at least a good move. I figured this is a good place to start, just to, reacquaint ourselves with. Again, I'll remember how the pieces move and I'll be able to see some easy, simple stuff, but some of the more advanced stuff is going to be tricky, and I'll talk about my experiences with chess once we get into the actual games, but this is a nice, calm, introductory video to introduce chess to you guys. I mean, you know what chess is. Introduce it to the channel, and also to help me just get the brain flowing a little bit. I'm also hoping that these videos that I've been watching will help as well. Okay, I'm clearly already seeing my screen region is going to be a little bit of an issue here. So let me, hold on, give me 1 second to attempt to skirt. Give me 1 second to attempt to adjust this ever so slightly so that you can actually see the entire board. Uh-oh. Ignore the activate windows in the bottom right-hand corner. Okay. Also ignore the Persil Pro Clean over there. That's not my favorite either. I wish I could stretch the board widthwise. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, unfortunately. So this is where we'll stick for now. I could make myself massive and just cover the entire right side of the screen. Dude, that could be kind of fun. This might be a little daunting, and I think we'll probably not stay forever. Oh, this is going to be terrifying. I'm going to be like a freaking painting in Super Mario 64. Go ahead and jump into me, brothers. Okay. This is a nightmare. All right. But it's how we're going to handle this, I suppose. Maybe we'll do the Isaac videos like this as well. Okay, this is much too close. All right, anyway. All you need to know here, it's chess. Chess puzzles. Oh, I covered this up so you can no longer see me. I would like to do puzzles. Puzzles rating 400. Sure, I guess that's where we're starting. So go ahead and give me a start. Okay. I'll probably put some nice music in the background as well, since this is going to be just an awkward silence. Okay, I'm black, and it's black to move. I am one move away from being checkmated. I cannot move here. I'm actually not one move away from being checkmated. I'm pretty close, though. So what do you have here? This rook comes down here. nightmare for me. Except that I just take it, so maybe it's not too bad. So he probably does something with this first. He just moved that. We need to either... We have a couple of options. He's very safe back here. Oh, I can checkmate you. It's not checkmate, but, like, allow me to just take all of your pieces. Okay. Please tell me this is not increasing my actual ELO. We went from 400 to 408. Please tell me this is not actually increasing my ELO, because here's the thing. I don't want to increase my ELO before jumping into an actual round, because that seems like a nightmare. Also, I'm now realizing that now that it's super zoomed in, I'm like, we are not centered at all. Oh, wow. All right, next puzzle. You've moved your king and black is to move. Okay, so, well, here's the thing. So you've moved that. You've just offered up this rook, essentially free. So there's... Okay, that's the end of that puzzle. I'm in the way a little bit. Okay, you know what? Super Mario puzzle, it was fun while Super Mario painting was fun while it lasted. I'm kind of in the way just a little bit too much here, and you probably want to see some of this information over here, which tells you that I am correct, and also, I don't know, some fun stats here if you're into stats. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this concerns me. This is probably, it actually doesn't concern me because once again, you've just left your queen hanging out on an island there, so I will go ahead and take that from you. Yeah, I don't really want to try unlimited premium puzzles for free, but thanks though. Not today. You get 3 puzzles a day. You get 3 puzzles a day? 3? Oh no. Okay, you get 3 puzzles a day. All right. Let's do the daily puzzle. I'll tell you what. Who? No. No, I'm in the forums. Get out of there. Daily fun. Ew. Okay, get me out of here. All right. Well, there's our warm-up, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna do an actual game now. I'm not ready for this, but I don't have a premium account, and I'm not buying one. So let's do a new game. Chess would like to show me some notifications. No, thank you. 10-minute aside seems good to me. 800? I put myself at beginner. Why am I starting out at 800 ELO? It's fine. Can I lower that? All right. 10 minutes seems like a good number to me. Okay, here's the thing I'm nervous about. I'm pretty good. I used to play chess back in the day. I was in like a chess tournament or 2. In 7th grade, I crushed everybody in my entire school to enter into a chess tournament. And then in the very first round, I got scholars mated and I never played chess again. Here's my issue. Number 1, I don't know any of the openings and I probably will never learn them. So my beginning of the game is pure chaos. I just move stuff. My second issue is that I have a lot of trouble figuring out what to do. I have trouble planning attacks. I'm very good. I can look at a board and I can tell you this is the best move this turn, but it's always very short-sighted. This is the best move of the options I have here. This is the best move. Very often, very seldom, I should say, do I think a couple moves in advance and go, I'm going to move this here so that in the future I can bring this here and bam, bam, bam. So those are things I'll be seeking to improve over the course of this series, I suppose. I guess let's jump in, follow the rules. Okay, I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. Go ahead and send me. Okay, we're finding someone. Louis from France? France, correct. All right, once again, I know not to move this one up. Let's start. How about that? How about the Saragasa opening? That seems pretty good to me. All right, they're getting their queen involved early. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bishop up here. If you would like to, sorry, this pawn. I know the names of the pieces, I promise. If you would like to trade, we can certainly trade. By the way, this pawn going here is horrible. We've already limited this knight's movability pretty significantly. Not a big fan of it. I'm gonna move that knight out there. This is, again, this is the part of chess that I really just don't know what I'm doing. These opening sections are a little minkus. Are we ready to start capturing yet? I don't think so. I don't think I'm quite ready to start capturing. I definitely want to open this up so I can get my bishop out. Getting a little bishop action going, I think, would be pretty good for us. And then maybe we can do a castle or something. I don't really know how to castle. so I'm going to let the computer do it for me. All right, so I'm thinking, watch this. If we bring the bishop out here, puts a little bit of pressure on this knight right here. He's just going to bring this pawn here, likely. Yes, okay. We have two choices. We can either fall back, in which case he will probably just bring this pawn here, and then I will have to fall back yet again. Or we just trade bishop for knight. Which is more valuable, bishop or knight? If we get rid of this bishop, suddenly we've got more pressure right here. So I actually think I am pro the trade here. Watch this. He's gonna take. That's not what I would have done. Oh, I put him in check, but you could have taken with the... Okay, so we have some choices here. Some interesting choices at that. We either now get this pawn for free, or we trade the bishops down, and we will be taken. If we take this for free, his rook is now under... Yeah, this is great. Watch this. I'm just going to start slaughtering him, essentially. You're not going to want to lose your rook, I can tell you that much. So you're going to move it here, probably. Actually, here's your best choice. You should probably move to... Yeah, that's a good one. That's a solid one, I would say. We can get a little wild with this as well. We can get a little wild here, I think. Okay. So I'm thinking... So I'm just doing a little thinking. What if I took this? What would you do if I took that? You're either going to take this, and you're going to lose your knight, or you're going to take this with the pawn. In which case, I will take you with the horse, put a threat on your bishop, and you're going to have to make another choice. Yeah. All right. Is that what we want to do? Is that what I seek to do right now? We got time. I know we're taking more time than our opponent, but we got 10 minutes to work with, so I don't want to rush too quickly. Knight takes here. You have a threat on this bishop. Maybe you're fine getting rid of the bishop. You capture my bishop. Maybe you move away. Either way, it's a free piece, and you have a choice to make, brother. You're going to have a choice to make, and I like that choice that you have to make. You've made the choice. Okay. Interesting. Is it the choice I would have made? I don't know. Now here's the other thing. We don't necessarily have to move right now. We are kind of safe. Watch this. Actually, I almost just made the worst move in chess history. Am I good to castle now? Are we ready to castle? Is it time to castle? I think it is. Okay, so that's how castling works. Our king is in a nice little hut. A hut made of pizza, if you will. He's safe behind these pawns. Our queen is kind of just chilling. It's probably about time to get her involved in some of the action. All right. So you've chosen death. So what I want to do here, and you've ruined my plans a little bit. My goal was to bring queen to here, then bring knight to here to create a fork between the queen and the rook, meaning you're losing at least one of them. Unfortunately, now I've had some pressure placed on me, so now I gotta move. And the choice is essentially either move back and prolong the inevitable, or take the bishop. I think you just take the bishop. Or you bring the queen out to here, put a little threat on the rook, and make them decide again. I actually like doing that more. I feel like getting a little crazy. So if you choose, if you tunnel vision on my knight, and you take it with the bishop, you're losing a rook. And very fine with that. I'm very okay with it. I got no issues with what you just did there. Your pawn is also in a pretty rough position, I gotta say. Now, this bishop is a problem for us. It's doing absolutely nothing. You wouldn't be lying if you said that it was doing absolutely nothing. Chat disabled, excuse me. I thought I saw something pop up for a second. Give him some time to think. We still got 6 minutes. I feel good about the position I'm in right now. I should probably, what I typically do as well, while they're moving, I kind of stop thinking, and that's not a good strategy. Okay, so what I'm thinking next is... We gotta get this guy out of here. He's gotta start doing some stuff. I'm thinking queen to here is a horrible move because there's a knight right there. Yes, of course, obviously. It scares me keeping the queen behind enemy lines like that, but it's probably our best option for now. Let's open this side up a bit. That's a fine move. If he decides he wants to take this pawn, that was a very bad move. Horrible move. Just a horrible move. I wish I could undo what I just did. Please don't take. Yeah. So the reason that was a horrible move is because we move here, he takes, we take with this pawn, and his bishop has free roam to come in here and destroy our rook. Which is obviously not what we want. So now I cannot take here. I can take with this, though. I do not see any potential consequences for doing this, so that's what I will do. I have no idea what he's gonna do. He's truly in kind of a weird spot right now. I would say we're winning. You've created a lovely fork for me here. You're gonna essentially have to... You gotta make a choice here. Yeah, so if we go here, we are threatening both his knight and his bishop. He cannot save both of them. He cannot kill me. He can move one of them out of the way, but he cannot save both. Right? Correct? I mean, the queen has to move because there's nothing we can do to stop the knight from doing what he's gonna do. So yeah, I think you go here. He can't move the bishop because it puts him in check, so he has to move the knight, which means we're probably getting a bishop out of this. I think we're probably getting ourselves a bishop, in which case he's going to be in check. He's going to have to move his king back. Or he moves his queen in front, in which case I come over here and destroy everything. So I think we're pretty happy with this. This is stressful. The thing about chess that's very stressful is, like, I play a lot of games with puzzles, and, like, I'm worried enough about looking like a dummy when I can't figure out a puzzle in, like, a game designed for 8-year-olds. Chess is like a true, at least by society standards, measure of, you know, intellect to some degree. It's a little scary for me to be putting it out all out on the line like this, but here we are. I cannot believe how bad this pawn has royally dorked me up. I will never make that move again. I can promise you that. Probably will never happen. Probably. Fingers crossed will never happen again. All right. No! Why would you... It jumped my rating 179. I'm gonna get crushed. Okay. So we won by resignation, which is cool. I would agree... Just looking at the board situation here, he's down a rook. What do we got here? We're up 4 pieces, essentially. We have 2 more pawns, plus a rook. Which rooks are typically more valuable. He has my bishop and my knight, but rooks are typically more valuable. They're very good for mating purposes, not like that. And, like, if you just look at... I mean, he's, like, stuck. And again, he was going to lose one of these pieces, so... Okay, the blunder. We're going to take a look at this, by the way. So chess.com has a very cool... I don't know how to use this yet. We're going to figure it out. You can go turn by turn, and it'll analyze your moves. And basically tell you where you forked up. And I think our fork up is going to be right here. Or when I did this. That really opened some bad times for us. But I didn't have any missed wins, so that's the side. Okay, so let's do... Game report. That's not what I wanted. Maybe it is. Okay, here's our chess analysis. So it's going to analyze the game, which is cool. Upgrade to save. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But I don't think that's what I want to do. Okay, and this is going to be each video, by the way. My goal in every single video is that we will do one game of chess. By the way, we crushed him. We will do one game of chess, and then we will analyze that game and learn going forward. That way we can do one episode a day, one game of chess a day. Okay, this move is a book move. That is also a book move. I don't know what that means. That is the best move. So there's different things here that'll tell you what these different moves mean. Star means best move. Check mark means it's a good move. A thumbs up means it's an okay move. Wait, no, thumbs up is good. Check mark is okay. And then there's inaccuracies, mistakes, blunders, missed wins, etc. There's also brilliant, but I wouldn't expect to find too many of those. Okay. He moves his knight, which is a good move. That's a good move, but it thinks we should have instead put pressure. A better move would have been putting pressure on that. I don't disagree. We brought the horse out here to reinforce instead. They also think his best move would have been to put a little pressure on the knight, in which case I would have just moved here, I'm pretty sure. There's other fancy stuff you can do here as well. I don't know how to do this, but there's a way you can like go, yeah, so like, oops. So we can go, okay. So they're saying that the best move would have been for him to do this. So what would we have done in response? I would have done this, which is a horrible move, so you probably shouldn't have done it. Why is it a bad move? He takes, you take? I don't know. It's a good thing we didn't do that. Anyway, continue. Continue on with a little bit of action here. He does that. Let's get to some of the real action. Show me the lines. No. Show me the... Show me the cool graph that was doing the cool thing. Report. There we go. Show me the cool graph. That's what I want. Okay, let's get to the action. So this is interesting. We move our bishop out there, and I predicted he would do this. They think that is a mistake. They still want him to put pressure on the knight. Why is it a mistake? I mean, we clearly punished it. Take a look at what's coming up next. The computer agreed. I'm very happy. We had two choices. Our other choice was to come back here and hide, which they don't like. They like the take. Okay, that makes me feel better about our choice there. We take. Here's the part I think where they did not take, if I remember correctly. That baffled me. That gives us a 5 point. You can see up here your point swings. That gave us a 5 point swing. Them choosing not to do that because, as we saw, bam, you just let me in for free. They're also big proponents of taking the bishop, which is interesting. He comes back with the best move. We take the best move as well. We put pressure on the rook. I agree. I think I would have just taken the bishop there. You kind of let that hang out for a little too long. Okay, here's my mistake. We made one or two mistakes. Here's our first mistake. So I said that there were some options here. And I said we could either get a little wild with it and put some pressure on this, or we can get this out of here. We lost 2 points from doing this, so I probably got a little too aggressive here. Because again, he probably then just takes that, at which point we take that, and then he takes, or with his king perhaps, but that's it, or with the knight, yeah. I don't think it's that. Look, the computer knows better than me. It's my first time playing chess in 7th grade, so maybe I'll just agree with the computer. But we did it. He takes. I just said I would do that, but instead I castled like a silly boy. Castling's still a fine move. We only would have gotten an extra point out of it. He moves the bishop there, which is his best move possible. Any other swings left in the game? Not really. It's pretty calm. They still want me to just take that thing. He takes, which is fine, but they thought he should have gotten his bishop out of there. That actually was... I left this man unprotected. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, I was putting pressure on the rook, which I then stole, which is really good. If he moves this back here, he protects his rook and he gets this thing out of harm's way. So that would have been the best move and one I didn't see. They think you should castle because you're a little under threat here. I bring the pawn up. They really want me to get that knight out. I wish I would have gotten the knight out. I thought this would be the blunder. This was not the blunder. We still have a blunder coming up. That's the best move. That's the best move. That is not a great move, and I would agree because then we did this and we ended it. Where was my blunder? It says no blunders. It definitely said one blunder earlier. I don't know. Let's go back to the chess thing. It definitely said one blunder. Here it says no blunders. Who knows? Maybe don't trust the computer. Anyway, that's a pretty good way to start, I would say. I'm a little nervous that I gained like 179 ELO. I don't love that. That's gonna make things a little tricky. But I'm pretty happy with that. What's the difference between analysis and game report? Seems to be the exact same screen to me, so. Cool. Welcome to the new series, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be playing some chess. We're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, please consider showing some support down below. Liking, commenting, subscribing helps out a tremendous deal. Share with your grandmother as always, but with that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.